Okay, we're going to solve this rational equation right here. And remember, the strategy is we'll look for the LCD first and then multiply each one of them by the LCD. And that's why I left the space right here, and of course right here. But anyway, let's look at the denominators. This is just x minus 2. We cannot factor it, so that's it, right? And this is x minus 4, okay? But this one, x squared minus 6x plus 8, we can factor this out to get x minus 2 times x minus 4. And with that, we can find out the LCD, and let's just put it down on the side right here. And to do this, be sure you pay attention to what do they have in common first. For example, we see this factor x minus 2 and this x minus 2, they are the same, right? So we can just write it down one time. And then next, we have the x minus 4, right? They are the same. I can just put it down one time. And in fact, this is it. And you know if you got the right LCD or not, because when you multiply everything, you should see all the denominators will get cancelled out nicely. That's how you know exactly that you got it right or not. But anyway, let's just multiply everything by the LCD. So this is x minus 2 times x minus 4. And we don't do it top and bottom. It's just multiply this by the LCD, okay? Because we're solving an equation. And right here, we'll do the same thing. That's multiply x minus 2, x minus 4, and of course this right here, x minus 2, x minus 4. And now, here is the best part, because a lot of cancellations will happen. For example, for the first one here, the x minus 2, they cancel each other out. And then what do we have left? Well, we have this x times the x minus 4, so be sure you distribute the x. And you see x times x is equal to x squared, so let's put that down right here. X times negative 4, that's negative 4x, like that. And next, we see that the x minus 4 cancel with this, and this is just positive 1 times x minus 2. So when you distribute, you know you get the same thing, so it's just plus x minus 2. And on the right-hand side, we don't need to look at this denominator. We look at the factored version, because now you see the x minus 2 cancel and also the x minus 4 cancel. And in fact, we only have a number 2 left right here. And we actually have a quadratic equation because we have x to the second power. So we are going to make one side equal to 0 and then factor the other, okay? But first, we are going to combine these terms together, and we will have x squared negative 4x plus x is negative 3x, and then this is minus 2, and that's still equal to 2. And right here, I'm just going to subtract 2 on both sides, so that this will be 0, and then minus 2 here as well. And now, this is x squared minus 3x, minus 2, that's minus 4 right here, and then we have the 0 that we want. And now, let's factor this. So let's see. What times 4 give us negative 4, and together they add up to be negative 3. The correct combination will be minus 4 and plus 1, right? And from here we can say x minus 4 is equal to 0, and secondly, x plus 1 is equal to 0. And right here, of course, do the usual business, plus 4 on both sides, and then we have x equals to 4 as the first potential answer. And the second one could be, x equals to negative 1. And again, I only said these are just the potential answers because maybe one of them is fake, or maybe both of them are fake, or maybe even both of them are legit. So now, you always have to look at these values and then go back to the original equation. In fact, x equals to 4 right here. This is a fake answer. We have to get rid of that. Because if you plug in 4 into this fraction, you will have 4 minus 4, which is 0 in the denominator, and that's going to be ruining everything, right? So you have to just get rid of this. And if you just do this real quick, negative 1 plug into this x here in the denominator. Negative 1 minus 2 is negative 3. That's not 0. That's good. Negative 1 minus 4 is negative 5. Once again, that's not 0. That's good. And then if you plug in negative 1 into this, in fact, you also don't get 0 either, okay? So here is the only answer. X is equal to negative 1. This is the only solution to this equation. And depending on your teacher, sometimes you may have to show the work that why this is not the correct answer. So I'll just put this down right here for you guys. If x equals to 4, you see we will have 4 over 4 minus 2 plus 1 over 4 minus 4, and this is 2 over 4 squared minus 6 times 4, and then plus 8 after that. Well, the trouble is, right here, we will get a 0, or just 0 in the denominator. That's why this is no good. Okay? But again, as I said, depends on your teacher. Sometimes your teacher may want you to show work like this, but in my opinion, it's important for you guys to just plugging this into the original equation to check. And as long as you can get rid of the fake answer, the extraneous answer, they are good. Just provide the only solution for me. That's it. Right?